So, of all of the things that you've learned from debate, I mean, what do you think debate's biggest impact has been for you, on you personally?
Well, debate is definitely there. It's intellectually stimulating. Like being in the debate structure and in the forum, it really helps me think on my feet quickly and think analytically and actually analyze different topics deeper than a surface level. It's really helped me think more intuitively about different subjects, and it's taught me a lot of things. It taught me about a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have thought about if I wasn't in the debate league.
I think for me it taught me the skills needed for an effective argumentation on how to articulate my argument, how to back it up with evidence, and with how to extend on different thoughts or different ideas. Or even when we go outside of arguments, just in life, how to look at things differently, how to look at something or an issue from both sides of you instead of from like a one-sided eye. It's better to look. I realized debate has helped me to look at things from a different perspective and to give it maybe a bit more thought.
Like what? tell me actually your most memorable debate experience or your most memorable debate round that was, yeah.
I can go first.
You can go first.
The most memorable debate round I've ever had in debate was when I first went against a critical affirmative. Like affirmatives, okay. So I don't like critiques in general. I'm not the biggest fan of philosophy and how it's resolved in debate. So critical affirmative, it was really it was exciting, but at the same time, it was nerve-wracking because a lot of it was philosophy and thought into and obviously it was critical arguments. And it was hard for me to articulate to the judge, and especially when it comes to framework, it was hard for me to articulate to the judge that policy was the best kind of debate instead of voting for like a critical debate. I had a hard time articulating to the judge that he should always vote on a policy debate and how important policy debate is for education, for the world, and how fair it is. It was always difficult for me, definitely, to argue against critical affirmatives.
My most exciting moment or most exciting round was in my first tournament actually when me and Taz were partners and we made it to the finals in my first tournament and we went against a critique, and it was the first time I'd ever seen a critique. And they were talking about anthropocentrism, and I remember hearing the word, and I was like, "What?" and thinking about it, and having to think about that, and what it meant, and all of that. It was really exciting. One, to go make it that far in my first tournament, and to just a lot of the terminology and lingo and jargon that I'd never heard before. It was really exciting.
So what did you do when you didn't know what anthropomorphism was? Like, did you have a dictionary? What did you do?
When they first threw out the anthropocentrism.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anthropocentrism.
Sorry, that one.
The first thing I did was look at Taz like, what does that mean? So,
I had to kind of calm him down first of all.
I was so excited.
But definitely during cross-ex, we asked what does that word meant, and then we figured out.
Yeah, we asked them what the impacts are. What does it mean? All of that. So it was a really exciting learning as we went. It was awesome.
Thank God for cross-legs.
All right. So, if you could say one thing to the President of the United States, if you could make one case or make one, whatever it is, what would you say?
Okay, if I could say one thing to the President of the United States is good luck, and I don't know how you do it. Because I'm sure to be the president, you have to do a lot of debate and a lot of politics, and it's a really fun game, but it's also very complex. But I'm definitely going to ask him, how do you do it? You really are the most powerful man in the world.
Cool.
That would definitely congratulate him and really give him props. But I would also ask him to come watch us debate. That would be awesome. It would be more exciting to sit with just him in the room than a million people. So
maybe to debate against him. That would be nice. Yeah, we'd love to.
I would love that.
Put him in our world just to see see if he can relate to politics.
You think that's nerve-wracking?
I know.
Awesome.
Definitely.